10 ideas on brain health. I picked up this methodology of remembering things by a guy called Jim Quick. Look him up. He gives you some really good methodologies of learning and also fostering good brain health. So I've got 10 ideas and I'm going to try to remember all 10 and see how it goes. And they all go around the mnemonic of brain health. So 10 ideas. So the B stands for brain food. The brain loves to get the right type of food for it to be able to perform at its best. And that means food like magnesium. You can get that from cacao. And basically, the most natural types of food you can have are great for your brain. So that's avoiding things like high processed food and also lots of food with sugar in it. Because sugar can lead to inflammation, and because there's so many blood cells and blood vessels up here, the worst thing we want in the brain is inflammation. The R in brain health stands for reading. What was the last book you read? How many books did you read perhaps in June? And reading enables the brain to have some good new perspectives. It fires the neurons in there as well and enables them to wire together. So what was the last book you read? How many books would you like to read in July? And also dive into different types of books that you wouldn't normally read before. What's next? The A stands for anti-negative thoughts. Today you're going to probably have about 60 to 80,000 thoughts. And how many of those are going to be negative and how many will be positive? Generally speaking, because of our fear and flight mechanism, we tend to dwell more on the negatives than we do on the positives. So what can you do today to try to make sure that you're filling your brain full of great, empowering, positive thoughts and banish the anti-negative thoughts? The I stands for inspiration. Where can you inspire your brain with new ideologies, new perspectives, or new thoughts? Who can you look to try to inspire you? Great thing for me is I go to Toastmasters on the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of each month. And I truly get inspired by seeing some of the other people there that are facing into fear and speaking anyway, or just the fact that I can speak and get great feedback. So where are you going for your inspiration? The N stands for night time. And most importantly, sleep time. The brain loves to rest. It's where it recuperates. It generally stores all the memories and thoughts from the day and the learnings, and it applies that. And deep in your subconscious brain, it allows all those thoughts to come back in the future for when you need them. So that's N for nighttime. Second word, health. H stands for happy people. It's so important to live with happy people, people that fill your cup full of joy and get rid of what I call the mood hoovers. We want radiators in our lives, people we can embrace and hug and snuggle up to. And therefore, who in your life today is not serving you? And who in your life today will make you happy? The E is for exercise. Yeah, the brain absolutely loves endorphins, and exercise, roughly 20 minutes of aerobic activity minimum, fires the endorphins, which leads to serotonin, dopamine, and other really good chemically inspiring thoughts. And the other thing, it also floods the body full of oxygenated blood, and that gets to the brain and gets rid of toxins and other things, and also helps fight inflammation. And it's well proven that exercise consistently can enable you to fight off the diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's later in life. 3 left. A is for atmosphere. Not just atmosphere in terms of atmosphere with people, but also non-polluting atmospheres. We want to try to make sure that we haven't got any lethal chemicals or other fumes going into the brain that's going to help it perform at its best. So where are you going for good atmosphere? Second one to last is T for try new things. Remember that time you first tried to ride a bike? It was probably impossible, wasn't it? But now you can get a bike and those neuronic pathways are already steeped in your memory to learn how to ride a bike. What have you tried recently that's new? The brain suddenly wakes up, it stops being lazy and has to apply all of its to learn those new things. And the final one, the H of health, is head outside. Yeah, literally take your head outside, just like I'm doing today, out in nature, seeing the landscape, taking it all in. We were designed, ideally, to be external people. We weren't designed to be sedentary, sat at our desks, looking at screens, and the brain loves being outside in nature. You literally look in awe of the streams, the mountains, the fields, you hear the birds, and it just makes your brain sing. Those are my 10 tips, I think I remembered all 10, for brain health. I wonder if you've got anything else to add, and I wonder which one of those you're going to take action on today. Remember, we have one life, so love life, living life.